Well, we can now cross live to Athens to find out what's going on in front of the Greek parliament. Despina Kotsumba from the country's Civil Servants Trade Union now joins us to let us know what's actually happening in the Greek capital. Despina, you're in Syntagma Square now, where people, of course, are gathering for another round of protests. How far are they prepared to go? We're hearing that some protesters are actually planning to stop MPs from getting into the parliament building.
That's not the point. The point is that we will continue demonstrating until our government gets the message. And not only our government, until the whole European Union governments get the message. And the message is that these politics don't get us out of the crisis. We want some other politics to be held on. It's not a matter if we will walk on in the parliament or not. It's a matter of millions of people getting out on the streets and shouting that we want to live. We will live, not bankers.
Right, but do you think that Greek MPs are taking public opinion into account? I mean, people have been protesting for a year now, and they're preparing to vote again on these austerity measures. Hundreds of thousands, it looks like, people are out on the Greek capital. Are they going to listen to these people?
Yeah, they're trying not to hear us, but you know something, even if they vote for this awful law in the parliament, they will not have many days in the government. I think that in September, October, we will be on elections in this country because, you know, the Socialist Party that governs now has lost everyone who voted for PASOK, for the Socialist Party. They said other things before the elections and they do other things now. And not only they do other things, opposite things, but they are leading our country to catastrophe. And that is something we won't tolerate. It's a matter of living or death for the people of my country. You have to understand that. And when the matter is living or death, no government can stop us, either today or tomorrow or 2 months later.
If this package is passed, what will it mean for the Greek people?
Again, please?
If the package, the austerity measures, are in fact passed today, if the vote goes ahead, what will that mean for Greece?
Not only for our salaries and pension that will be vanished, but the worst law they are going to vote for in the Greek parliament is a law that says that everything the state owns will pass to an enterprise which will have members from the Troika, the IMF, and some Greek people. So this enterprise, a private enterprise, with the Troika inside it, will sell everything. Will sell everything this country owns: hospitals, transportation, ports, land. Even our museums can be on sale. So this is the worst thing. We want, if this law passes, and if we don't stop this law, we won't be a state anymore.
What about another solution?
I don't know.
Despina, people on the streets are opposed to the new budget cuts, but what's their solution to all that's happening in the country? How do you solve this problem?
Yes, there are many, many ways to solve this problem. Not only...
Ain't nothing you can do but get ready for slavery. Call Allah Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kadash. That's who this world ignorantly call Lord of God and Jesus Christ. Like to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who rule well and teach well. Like to give a shout out to the other brothers that's pushing this truth across the four corners of the earth. And the Israelites that's unto like a speckled bird, causing that confusion, looking like the heathens that's in this truth. To y'all say shalom. And to the Akwaps, the few Akwaps that believe, say shalom to you. I'm coming from Men of Israel, my camp in Greenville, South Carolina. Coming at you again with this prophecy of Daniel chapter 2. We're at the toes of this statue. As you see, we got the Brexit and Greece. They want to exit EU, which is the European Union. And that is the clay, the iron mixed with clay. And we here, man. We waiting on that stone, man, to break the statue. I'm gonna go into Daniel 2 and show you this prophecy from the clip we just seen. If you read the whole chapter, King Nebuchadnezzar had a dream, and he went to all the sorcerers to find the interpretation of it, but they couldn't interpret it. The only one that could was Daniel. But I'm gonna get straight to the point at verse 36. This is the dream, and we will tell the interpretation thereof before the king. This is Daniel speaking. Thou, O king, art a king of kings. For the Most High of heaven have given thee a kingdom, power and strength and glory. And wheresoever the children of men dwell, the beasts of the field and the fowls of the heaven have he given unto thy hand, and had made thee ruler over them all. Thou art the head of gold. This is Daniel telling Nebuchadnezzar that about the Babylonian kingdom. Told him he's the head of gold. And after thee shall rise another kingdom inferior to thee. That kingdom is the Persian Medes, okay? And another third kingdom of brass. That kingdom of brass is the Greece kingdom, okay? Which shall bear rule over all the earth. Now, it didn't take over all the earth, but it took over a nice bit of land, okay? And the fourth kingdom shall be strong as iron. This fourth kingdom is the ancient Roman Empire, okay? For as much as iron breaketh in pieces and subdueth all things, and as iron that breaketh all these, shall it break in pieces and bruise. Now the Roman Empire wasn't no joke, man. Everywhere it went, man, it put nations in submission, man. Okay? And when it mean it breaketh into pieces, is when the Roman Empire, wherever they dwelt, man, they broke up these lands and turned them into province, which is so-called states, okay? Verse 41. And whereas thou sawest the feet and toes, part of potter's clay and part of iron. Now them feet and toes is the NATO and the EU, okay? The kingdom shall be divided, but there shall be in it the strength of iron. Now, as you see, as I showed you in this clip, it's being divided, man, okay? Greece don't want nothing to do with it. British don't want nothing to do with it. Salaki. So, they want to leave the EU, man. A lot of them want to leave the EU, man. So, it's turning, the clay is wanting to leave, man. Okay? I'm going to give you some examples. The clay is Greece, Ireland, Portugal, Spain. Okay? The iron that's strong is Germany, Switzerland, Great Britain, and I want to say England, I believe. Okay? Now it says, the kingdom shall be divided. That's happening today, okay? Greece don't want to pay their debt to the IMF. That is the International Monetary Fund. That's in Washington, D.C. Okay? They owe $1.5 billion. And Britain want to leave, man. They want to leave the EU. That's the Brexit. Okay? So it's being divided right now, man. Okay? Verse 41 again, but there shall be in it of the strength of iron. Okay? Now, how did Esau get this? How did the Roman Empire get all what they got? Through iron, man. So even though it's gonna be divided, their strength is still gonna be with the iron, man. Okay. Okay. which is what? The ancient Roman Empire, which today is the toes of NATO and EU. EU was established by this thing called the Treaty of Rome. So it's nothing but the ancient Roman Empire being reincarnated, okay? Verse 42. And as the toes of the feet were part of iron and part of clay, so the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly broken. So that's happening right now, man. I told you, I gave you some examples. The clay is being weak, man. It's broken, man. But it's still some strong areas in the NATO and the EU, man. Okay? Verse 43. And whereas thou sawest iron mixed with miry clay, they shall mingle themselves with the seed of men, but they shall not cleave one to another, even as iron is not mixed with clay. What that mean? There's other nations, NATO and EU mingling with other nations, man. There's other nations in there. Okay, in the NATO and EU. But they shall not cleave to one another, man. Esau is going to stick with Esau, man. Okay? Understand that, man. And within the EU, they're not cleaving to one another, man. Greece ready to go. Britain ready to go, man. Okay? Understand that. Verse 44. And in the days of these kings shall the Most High of heaven set up a kingdom. Okay, so what is that telling you, man? That's telling you the Most High is coming, man. I just showed you in the clip with the women talking, man, that the clay is being revealed, man. So what's coming shortly after that, man? It said the Most High shall set up his kingdom, man. How is his kingdom being set up, man? Through the brothers out there teaching, man. Okay? But you have to understand, that's the temple. That's the third temple that's being set up, okay? The third temple is the house of David. It's spiritual, okay? Brothers that go out there and teach this truth and sincerity, the whole full truth, first and foremost GMS and the other camps, there are bricks being set up to build this kingdom, man. Okay? These camps are bricks being set up to build this kingdom. Okay? Which shall never be destroyed. It's going to reign forever. And the kingdom shall not be left to another people. Nobody is going to rule but the children of Israel. But it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms. And it shall stand forever. For as much as thou saw the stone was cut out of the mountain without hands, it shall break in pieces the iron, the brass, the clay, the silver, and the gold. Okay? What's the gold? The Babylonian kingdom. What's the clay? The clay is the weaker nations out of EU. The silver is the Persian Medes. The gold. Okay. The Most High have made known to the king what shall come to pass hereafter, and the dream is certain, and the interpretation thereof is sure, man. So he's showing you right there, man. The Most High is going to break this statue down, these kingdoms down, man. Okay? All of them. NATO and EU, the beast is finished, man. This man kingdom is over with, man. We're at the toes of the statue, man. We at the feet and toes of the statue, man. And that stone is about to break this statue, man. So you brothers, hold on, man. You don't got long, man. Time is short. With that, I'm going to end it. Call Allah Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, Rakal Kadash, Wa Adab Babal.